In the previous video, we walked through how to download and install the Sweet Home Lights plugin. Now, to open it, simply go to the Tools menu and select Sweet Home Lights. Before using the plugin to adjust light properties, it's important to understand its selection logic. On the left side of the Light Settings tab, you'll see a list of all the lights added to the floor plan. Each row provides key details, including the light's catalog icon, name, power level, assigned room, creator, a brief description, light source color, and the floor level it's placed on. All of this information makes it much easier to select the right light for your project. Plus, you can quickly sort the list by clicking on any of the column headers to find exactly what you need. The selection process is simple and intuitive. To select a light, simply click on it. If you want to expand your selection, hold down the Control key and click on Additional, Non-Contiguous Lights. For selecting a range of lights, click on the first light, then hold down the Shift key and click on the last light in the range. Alternatively, you can click and hold the left mouse button, then drag your mouse up or down to select a continuous range of lights. Below the list, you'll find the Refresh button. To prevent performance issues, like the ones we experienced during the testing phase, we've decided not to handle insertion, deletion, or modification events directly from Sweet Home 3D. This means that if you add or remove lights from the floor plan, the list of lights won't update automatically. For example, if you delete some lights from the floor plan, you'll need to manually press the Refresh button to update the list. Similarly, if you undo a deletion, you'll also need to press the Refresh button again to reflect the changes. If we add a lot of lights to our design, it can become difficult to locate them in the list. To make the light selection process smoother, it's a good practice to give descriptive names to the rooms in your plan. Let's go ahead and double-click on some rooms to rename them. Now, when we press the Refresh button, the room IDs are updated with descriptive names, which makes finding and selecting the lights much easier. Selecting specific lights on the plan can sometimes be tricky, especially when the icons, room names, and level names overlap. To make this easier, you can select one or more lights by clicking on one, then holding down the Shift key to expand your selection. Alternatively, if you want to select all the lights in a room, like the kitchen, simply hold the Shift key to avoid any accidental room movement, and drag the mouse to cover the area. If you press the Set Selection from Home button, the light selected in the floor plan will be mirrored in the plugin's light list. The third button below the lights list is really useful because it supports the reverse action. If we take a look at the floor plan, you'll notice that the spotlights are hidden underneath the upper cabinets. In the list, we can quickly locate them by sorting by the light names. To select all the many spotlights, simply drag your mouse across them, and then press Set Selection to Home. When you return to the floor plan, you'll see that only the spotlight lines are selected. The Sweet Home Lights plugin includes a dedicated menu for advanced light selection, allowing for precise control over light groupings. In addition to basic options like Select All Lights and Reverse Light Selection, the plugin offers an advanced selection menu. This menu enables users to filter lights based on various properties, including location, height, identity, room, and level. Let's see an example. To select the light grid on the kitchen, we click on one light on the 3D view. On the Sweet Light plugin, we press the Set Selection from Home button to select the light in the list. On the Selection menu, we select Selection by Properties, then Same Room, and finally Same Room and Exposition. To visualize the selection on the plan, we press the Set Selection to Home. As we can see, the lights with the same X coordinate in the same room is selected. To complete the grid selection on the Selection menu, we point on Selection by Properties, then Same Room, and finally Same Room and Y Position. To visualize the selection on the plan, we press the Set Selection to Home. As we can see, all the light grid is now selected. Now that we understand the selection techniques, we're ready to choose the power of the lights and decide whether they'll be warm or cool. Stay tuned for our next illuminating video, where we'll dive deeper into lighting tips and tricks to transform your space. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you then.